anyone who suffers with fibromyalgia will know that it's a flippin' learning curve. It really is. Now, since starting this channel, I've been uploading sort of regular videos and what have you, but I've been learning so much about the condition and obviously the symptoms, effects, the treatments, and just managing it really. And it's not easy. I'll be able to be honest with you, it's not easy. And then we're going through the phases, or the stages of trying to find a suitable medication. Now, I was on tramadol and antiloxanate for the swelling and the anti-inflammatories. And now she's trying, the doctor that is, antidepressants. That got me thinking, I did, because I've been suffering a little bit, I've had to put mood swings and stuff like that. For no reason whatsoever, really. Just the tiniest little issue, and then you sort of just go off on one. Don't get me wrong, not aggressively or anything like that, but I just find that I'm being a little bit, how to put it, a bit tetchy, you know, for no real reason. And that worries me. That worries me, because my dear missus don't deserve it. You know, she's a kind soul. She's not always that easy, though, I have to admit, but there again, nor am I. And normally, we kind of, you know, we just tolerate each other's little misdemeanours and stuff, you know. But I'm finding I'm actually snapping at them. Stupid little things. Things that don't really make any difference. They don't even really affect me. No. Irritation is like, for somebody, I think someone's been silly, in the sense that, you know, that doesn't make any sense what you're doing there whatsoever. And then that'll get my back up. And I'll get a bit tetchy about it. It's not healthy. No, it isn't. So what I thought is, hang on, I didn't used to be as bad as this. I'm not that bad, don't be wrong, but I didn't used to be as bad as I am. And so hang on, I've got something to do with my fibromyalgia, and I didn't realise that actually bipolar and fibromyalgia seems to be linked somehow. And there's a relationship, apparently, according to this study. Yes, I've been reading lots of studies. See, I know it might seem like, oh, correct, there's a study for this, a study. It's like fibromyalgia is like everything. But the thing about fibromyalgia is caused through problems with your pain receptors and what have you, in the nervous system in your body. And we all know that the nervous system runs right through every element of the body, everywhere. So that's why people get these different ailments and you know, related to their fibromyalgia. Their symptoms are different. Now, mine aren't necessarily the same as yours, you know, or some might cross over, but you know. Okay, what is the relationship between fibromyalgia and bipolar disorder? I always think about, oh crikey, that TV programme. I can't remember what it's called though. Maybe you know, leave it in the comments down below. And fibromyalgia is a condition that causes a person to experience chronic pain, which I do. And bipolar disorder is a mental health condition that can cause extreme shifts in mood. Now, it's already known that fibromyalgia causes anxiety, for instance. That's already listed in the symptoms. Anxiousness and what have you. In fact, obviously, you can suffer a lot of fatigue, so you're tired all the while. That also can cause anxiety. It's like at the moment I'm talking to you and I'm struggling with my voice. I have to kind of manage it in my head constantly. So if I'm getting a little bit moody about something, that's what's the word. If I'm struggling and somebody's making it harder for me, I might get tetchy then, because I find it hard to get my words out, you know? It's a constant battle. And not everyone really understands. No, they don't. Even Mrs. sometimes, she doesn't fully understand, because she's not suffering with it, obviously. But, you know, she can see with her own eyes that I'm struggling at times. And it changes your moods. And now they're saying it's potentially bipolar disorder brought on by fibromyalgia. So bipolar disorder is a mental health condition that can cause extreme shifts in mood. Yes, that's me. Research suggests that there may be an association between the two conditions. And I can understand that, because we still have to remember and understand that fibromyalgia is a nerve-related condition. You've got the pain receptors via your nerves and stuff, and then you've got the vagus nerve into the brain. That's where the brain's getting its information from. So although the pain might not really even be there, or it's only tiny, everything becomes kind of amplified, and it's worse than what it really is, if you know what I mean. Now, according to this, having fibromyalgia is often associated with having an emotional or affective disorder. As well as examples of these include comorbidities, including depression, anxiety. I suffer with that. Both, to be fair, I do get depressed at times, and I definitely have anxiety. Quite weird, actually. So I just feel like completely and utterly overwhelmed. You know. I worry about things like the environment, for instance. I worry about, that's why I try to do the little eco thing here. It feels healthier, which I find increasingly difficult to do because it's physical as well. Doing the little eco thing, and then you got this on top of it. So, obsessive compulsive personality disorder. Am I obsessive? No, I don't think I'm obsessive. I do like the woodworking though. Post-traumatic stress disorder. Well, that comes in many forms, doesn't it? The stresses are not just mental stresses. They can be physical stresses as well. Oh, there's a fly thing buzzing by my head. That's got some anxiety, it did, other crikey. Blimey. What is that? Some bug. It's a bug that flies and buzzes. Yes, that is. So bipolar disorder is another form of affective or mood disorder that is relatively common in people who have fibromyalgia. And that's how I feel. I'm kicking off with things that don't really matter. I understand it and I recognise it, don't get me wrong. So I'm not in sort of like cloud cuckoo land in the sense that I'm denying I've got a problem. But I do definitely snap. I'm quite mild, don't get me wrong. I'm quite a mild person anyway. So I'm not aggressive. But raising your voice to someone who doesn't deserve it isn't nice either, is it? Quite frankly. So, what is bipolar disorder? We need to understand what that is first. And according to the National Institute of Mental Health, bipolar disorder is a mental health condition that causes the person to have unusual extreme changes in mood, energy, activity, concentration and focus. My God, that's me. Maybe not extreme, but I definitely have bizarre. I'm a bit odd. I'm either on a high and just really going for it, and other times, I can't hardly function. This can mean that a person experiences periods of very intense emotions during which they have symptoms of depression, mania, I don't know about that, or both. Now, during manic depression periods, a person may feel... I do have that then, sorry. Person may feel very high or elated. Yeah, I'm like that. Now, I'm like that sometimes when I make my videos. I'm all kind of, I'm excited about it. And then I just go, poof, if you know what I mean. It's just completely flat on my face, basically. It's just so lethargic and a bit depressed. These people can be more active as though their thoughts are racing. Oh my God, that's me. Oh my, I'll go overdrive. And then I don't focus on anything, nothing makes sense. It's really weird. Extremely irritable or touchy. I'll say touchy, yeah. Less need for sleep. Now, I kind of function-ish on the amount of sleep I get, and I don't get enough. I'm only getting between 4 and 6 hours a night, sorry. And then I crash halfway through the day, and it's like, I just might get half an hour or something. But I'm not getting enough sleep. I'm finding it very difficult even just to get myself to sleep, knowing full well I'm going to be tossing and turning all night. Especially the pain and what have you, it wakes you up constantly. Every 30, 40 minutes you're waking up trying to reposition yourself. I just can't get comfortable. That is, to me, that's a major, major problem. And also me and Mrs. we are considering having separate bedrooms just so we can get some sleep. Even if it's only 3 nights a week, so to speak, just so we can catch up. Because I'm keeping her awake and she's keeping me awake, so it doesn't help, does it, Because she has her problems as well. As though they are... where we are. Down. Extremely irritable and touchy. An intense desire for food, drink... I don't know about sex. Or other pleasurable activities. No, that's not me. If anything, I'm the opposite of that now. I can't be bothered. They also... unusually... that are unusually important, powerful, or talented. Or as what do you mean by that? And so they are talking quickly and erratically about many things at once. Yeah. I'll jump all over the place. On the other hand, you get depressive, so you can have your highs, but then you get your depressive episodes on bipolar, extreme sadness or anxiety, restlessness, trouble concentrating. That's me, that is. Sleep issues such as sleeping too. No, well, not too much, not sleeping enough. Waking too early. I do wake too early. Or difficulty getting sleep. Yes, I do. Slowed speech. Hear that? I used to have a high-pitched voice, and I've got a very horsey voice now. Difficult, but I believe it's a fibromyalgia, mind. Difficulty completing simple tasks. Now I'm alright with that. Feeling hopelessness or worthlessness. Oh God, yeah. I quite often feel a bit like a failure. You know, YouTube channels that weren't really doing very well, if you know what I mean. Thoughts of death or suicide. No, I'm going to be honest with you, I have had that. I don't say I had that, I have felt that. And that's before I got diagnosed. It's easy now because I've been diagnosed. It's kind of like, at least you've got some idea what's going on. I have had periods of being so flippin' low, I just had enough. You know, whether it be the pain, fatigue, or whatever, or whether it just be the depression in general, feel that you're failing. I'm okay now, you know, but I have had some pretty low points. So so that's bipolar for you. So come down. Now, genetically, people who have the parent or sibling could also be, who are bipolar, can pass it on. Can sometimes trigger bipolar disorder episodes. Yeah. And so it can stressful events and what have you, you know, like death in the family and stuff like that. Stress, isn't it? Stress and anxiety again. Stress is just such a killer, isn't it? You know, it really is. Now, according to the CDC, fibromyalgia estimates around 2% of adults in the United States alone have fibromyalgia. Now, you could argue probably it's the same anywhere because 2% is just 2% of the population. The fibromyalgia can prove difficult to diagnose as there's no lab test for it. Well, actually there is, but it's unreliable and expensive. They charge about £1,000 a test at the moment, and it's not conclusive. The symptoms of fibromyalgia include the pain, tiredness, depression, etc., anxiety. Well, you know that if you've got fibromyalgia, you're probably suffering from some of these conditions. And the cause of fibromyalgia isn't currently known. We know that already. So what is the link between bipolar and fibromyalgia? Well, there is currently no conclusive link between fibromyalgia and bipolar. However, researchers have theories about how the two conditions link to one another. And in 2015, a review looked at 9 studies investigating the connection between fibromyalgia and bipolar disorder. And the research found that among the participants with fibromyalgia, 21% of them had bipolar disorder. However, the authors note that this rate varied among the studies and depending on the methods that the researchers used. The small number of included studies also means that further research is necessary. Basically, it's going to trigger more research into that connection. I wouldn't be surprised that there is a defined connection between the two. In the day, fibromyalgia is a nerve-related condition and affects every part of the body where the nerves are, basically. Now, for me, my symptoms are, well, pain in my arms, my legs, my feet, across the midriff, across the rib cage. I've got IBS. I suffer brain fog. My eyesight, I get suffer tie-dye, a bit like tie-dye eye syndrome. And it's a lot of tenderness on my scalp at times. And it's not always in the same place twice. I haven't got all those symptoms all at once. No. It's just like I've got a bit of everything at any one time. So it might be like 2 or 3 things here and 2 or 3 things there. And it is difficult. If you're a fibromyalgia sufferer, I know what you're going through. That's not easy. And I'm a bloke, and men don't generally get it as bad as women, if at all. You know, women are more prone to fibromyalgia than men. So I do get it. I do understand how hard it must be for some women who have fibromyalgia. It's not easy. It's not easy for a bloke, you know. But you know, more women get it. Well, so I imagine it's because of hormones and what have you, and because that's one of the triggers. A major hormonal trauma, which could be given birth, for instance. Anyway, what do you suffer with, and have you tried different medications? Do you think that maybe bipolar is connected to fibromyalgia? Is there a defined link, would you say? Or do you think it's a whole load of bollocks? Leave it in the comments down below.